Hey Aquarius, and welcome to your end of November 2020 general tarot reading. This could apply to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, that information is provided below in the description box. I have started a Patreon page, and the extended reading to this will be on that page, and it will also include a love reading. All right, Aquarius. Oddly enough, I was going to walk into my house, and I had a rock in my hand, and I'm swinging my arms, I was moving pretty quick, and I lost grip of that rock, and I threw it into my glass storm door. Thank goodness it didn't break the glass storm door, but I was like, what does that mean? So I was thinking, well, maybe somebody's losing grip of something, and I do believe that that does apply. Somebody's losing their control or grip upon somebody else, whether that be you or a person that you're dealing with that may have control or a grip over you. I feel as though, anyways, let me get back on track here. Well, then it dawned on me that it hit a glass door directly like in the reflection of my face. And so I was like, so those who live in a glass house shouldn't throw stones. So therefore, people shouldn't criticize others for bad qualities or qualities. It doesn't even have to be bad qualities. It could just be qualities that just they themselves possess. Which brought me to whether you read the Bible or not. I'm not judging. It was just a verse that had popped up into my head, which is Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 through 5, which is about the mote and the beam. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, but pay no attention to the plank in your own? So those were definitely the messages that had come through before I had started your reading. So there has definitely been some kind of biased, unfair judgment or choices made in your current scenario. So we start off with the Two of Swords, which is the first decan of Libra. And that occurs in between September 23rd and October 3rd. This is the moon in Libra. So you may be dealing with somebody who has a moon sign in Libra. Doesn't have to be. So it would seem as though, Libra does relate back to the 7th house, right? Which is about our relationships. It can be about our open enemies, too. There may be an argument in the past that had been going on, and both sides were unyielding. Somebody may have been telling themselves lies to better justify their behavior. For example, a good example I had read, and I believe it was on Dark Star Astrology for reference reasons, that, an Aries is, this is how they described it, an Aries will outright be honest about their sexual drive. Be like, yeah, I'm a beast. I want sex. So that, what is that song? It just made me think of not too long ago. And I'm admitting it. Yeah, anyways. I don't know how far I can go with that on YouTube without being in trouble. I did the shit, so I'm admitting it. I was a hoe. Anyways, so Libras, in this decan specifically, Libra decan 1s, can tend to have the same behaviors. They have a very high sex drive. They are in love with love itself. But they will, instead of saying that they have a high sex drive and that they may, be quick to move into having, sexual encounters with people, that they loved and cared about all the people that they've ever had sexual encounters with very deeply, which would justify their promiscuous behavior. And that's just an example. I'm not saying that this is what has exactly happened, but it's almost as if they lie to themselves or sugarcoat or blind themselves to the raw truth of their behavior so that in a way it continues to enable the behavior without having to feel guilty about what they're doing. So next to the Two of Swords, we do have the Seven of Wands. Oh, and the Two of Swords can mean that somebody is being blind to their own participation and favoring one side over the other, for no apparent reason, just that maybe they identify better with one person than the other, like if they're involved in a third, they're the third party or the mediator in an argument. So next to that, we have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is the third decan of Leo. That is Mars in Leo. And so something may have occurred between the dates of August 11th and the 21st, or you may be dealing with somebody with this birth date. These types of personality manifestations turn into somebody who has to have absolute rule and always right. They demand 100% of your participation and loyalty. And if you do not give that to them, if you just even disagree in the slightest, they perceive that as betrayal, and they will turn against you, take their loyalty away from you, turn against you, and attack you. They feel like they have some kind of divine right of privilege of some sort. They will be the type of people that will fight to maintain power, especially if you try to stand up for yourself. So it may have been you that was trying to stand up for yourself in something that you believed in with your whole heart and being. And you may have been dealing with somebody that's just unwilling to compromise and wants to rule with an iron fist. So then we have the Eight of Wands, which is the first decan is Sagittarius, which is Mercury in Sagittarius, and that occurs in between November 23rd and December 2nd. So this may be what's going on now or coming in the near future, been ongoing and moving into the future. And it's pretty much talking about like things are now beginning to move. We're talking about Mercury. There is the energy there. Things are getting, it's like the water's beginning to hit that boil. And blood's boiling, adrenaline's running high, and it is time to act. And so you may have an opportunity to act on something in the near future or now, and you need to act quickly, like strike while the iron is hot. Take the, get in there while the getting's good. You may have multiple options that come flying at you at once. Now, you need to be careful because you can't take on every option, as not every option is going to get you the best outcome, and you do need to be able to quickly discern and filter out which option is the best to run with. Then we have the King of Swords, which could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is also it could indicate a personnel of authority, like an attorney, a judge. Followed by that, we have the Ace of Wands, which is the essence of fire. So this is in the middle of the spread. This is, some kind of change, energetical change is happening. There is a new idea, a new direction, possibly towards, so it's like some new powerful action. This is, the Mars, Sun, Jupiter. It's the essence of fire. And this action may be being taken towards the Five of Cups. And it may be that an air sign has this idea. There is air touching this twice, and then there is also earth. So you may be dealing with an air and an earth sign who could be collaborating together to hurt you, or you may be collaborating together to hurt somebody else, possibly a fire or water sign. So it's coming at the Five of Cups, which is like somebody who is extremely sensitive. This person would be somebody who has the psychic ability, prophetic ability, somebody condemned to go through sorrow, loss, grief, suffering. But it seems as though once this person energetically lets go, whatever was taken away will be replaced, whether it be the same object, it just changed in a better form, or it will be the energy is shifted into something different, but it, like what is yours can't be taken away. It can only change form. So below the King of Swords, we do have the Six of Pentacles. Now the Six of Pentacles is the second decan of Taurus, so this may be a moon in Taurus, or it's just the moon in Taurus. And this would be around April 30th, May 10th. There may have been some kind of bribery or offering going on during this time, or there will be, in order to establish some kind of solid foundation. Like the Six of Pentacles, if you look here, it's like this person enjoys being like, oh, here I am and watch me feed the peasants. This person likes making people codependent. It reminds me of people being forced from, you know, middle class down to, you know, poverty, to being forced onto government assistance where there is more governmental control and influence, and these people become dependent, codependent, because they like to keep them there. They like to keep them in this place where there is no self, it's like these people don't believe in their ability to rise up and do better, because these people, like, over time, like, brainwash them into thinking, well, you know, I'm the you know, I'm going to play mom and dad. I'm going to take care of you. You're safe with me. Let me take care of all your problems. But there's some kind of sick alternative motive here. This can also be indicating that somebody has developed an addiction. And this could be a fire sign, another earth sign, or another air sign, or a earth sign. There may be some kind of turn of events where, when you were once the one with your hand out, not being paid attention to, that somebody is turning around and noticing that you've become quiet. You've done a lot of self-meditation. You are, okay, so like the Four of Swords is definitely can indicate the Four of Swords is related to the Justice card, and it's the third decan of Libra, and so that would be Jupiter in Libra. And so there's some kind of expansion of understanding of justice, or karmic justice, or the evening of, you know, balancing out the scales. This could be in between October 14th through the 22nd. This could have been going on. There's some kind of illumination about being harshly judged, because possibly you are just a little different. Doesn't mean you're wrong, but you didn't fit the mold of what this person, possibly this higher person of authority, wanted you to be. You didn't fit their status quo, so they painted you out to be this evil or bad person. You know, there's always, like, especially when you're dealing with the court of law, and like a civil case or even a criminal case, obviously they're going to try and make you look like the worst person possible in order to justify, you know, taking away any of your rights, or being cruel and just unforgiving, unapologetic towards the way that they treat you. But see, the thing is that this has actually turned around, and you are now reflecting this evil back to them. Not that you're acting as evil, but because of the way maybe you took this so gracefully and didn't become irate, didn't become revengeful, but just transmuted this really harsh energy, and you've been quiet and trying to meditate and find the deeper purpose and understanding of this, that it is now reflecting back to this person and creating some kind of change where they are going to be forced to go within themselves. Somebody may be reviewing some kind of money involvement. There may have been money involved here, like some kind of bribery, money bribery, or just a bribery of anything. It could be feelings, it could be bribery of sex, it could be anything that, you know, that would make another person feel like they're gaining in the situation unfairly, while this person's left out here like, hey, like, can I even get a chance to bribe with you? Like, can I match or make a better offer? Like, come on. There is going to be change and action in this. And it's coming soon. It's like happening now. So get ready to make a decision. Get ready to be discerning. I'm going to go ahead and take this into the extended reading. I'm going to try and find out a little bit more of who these players are and what involvement it is and what exact change this is, and if it's beneficial or negative to you, because I'm not really seeing either which way, if this is flowing towards Aquarius or if this is something Aquarius is doing to somebody else. I'm going to hope that it's something... I would hope that Aquarius isn't doing this to somebody, but I don't hope that it's happening to you either, because this is a really unfair, biased, you know, undutiful. Like, it's very, this is like the epitome of like somebody being treated like with injustice. So Aquarius, if you decide to follow me over to Patreon, that link is posted below, and I'd be more than happy to have you there. If this is where we part ways, I hope to see you soon, and I'll be back soon, like next week, to do another reading, and take care.